What's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is your guy, Mr. Live, coming at you direct for week 2 of NFL Thursday Night Football. We got another good game on our hands, y'all. We got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. If you seen their games last week, man, you know this is going to be a good game, just like I said. So, as always, let's talk about it, man. All right, let's take a look at this game a little closer now. So, start time is 5:15 Pacific, 8:15 Eastern. Gonna be being played at Arrowhead Stadium. And as you already know, Justin Herbert, the Los Angeles Chargers, traveling out to play Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams had a great week 1. Both of them got W's. Both of them are potential playoff teams, so it should be a hell of a game again. Let's break it down. Let's take a look at it. Starting with the away team, the Los Angeles Chargers. All right, so in week 1, the Los Angeles Chargers got a W. Like I said, they played the Las Vegas Raiders. Ended that game 24-19, getting that dub, taking it back home. Justin Herbert ended the game 26 for 34, throwing for 279 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Austin Eckler ran for just 36 yards on 14 carries and had no touchdowns, man. Keenan Allen, he had a pretty good game. He had 4 receptions for 66 yards, but also had 0 touchdowns. DeAndre Carter, he was off of my radar, I gotta say, but he had 3 catches for 64 yards, and he got 1 touchdown. And Gerald Everett, man, Gerald Everett coming over from Seattle, I believe, had 3 catches for 54 yards and a touchdown. So, as you can see, Justin Herbert kind of was spreading the ball around here and there. Kind of a no-show was Mike Williams. I know a lot of people were talking about him. Kind of maybe taking that number 1 spot over Keenan Allen. It's the first game, so got plenty of ball to play, plenty of season left. I'm sure he's gonna bounce back and get back to the Mike Williams that we've seen from last year, getting plenty of passes, plenty of touches, couple of touchdowns throughout the season. So I'm not worried about him. But like I said, they had a great game against the Raiders. I was watching this game, and it was a pretty good game. They were able to hold the Raiders off. Again, Justin Herbert had a good game, throwing for 26 out of 34. Getting that win against the division rival and the Las Vegas Raiders does a lot for them. I'm sure that's a great way to start your season. All these divisional games are definitely going to be important at the end of the season. Everyone's talking about how these teams are just going to beat each other up and just go back and forth. The Chargers, the Raiders, the Chiefs, the Broncos. They all had pretty good week 1s. Not all of them won, but they all had good week 1s. This is another challenge for the Chargers here in the Kansas City Chiefs. We all know the Kansas City Chiefs. They have no problem scoring points. They could score points in a blink of an eye, it seems like. So real good challenge here for the Chargers. I expect the Chargers to come out ready to play. I expect Justin Herbert to play just as well as he did in week 1. I don't know if he's going to throw for the same amount of touchdowns. In 3, he might. I can definitely see him throwing 1 or 2. Austin Eckler, I'm sure he didn't have the performance that he was looking for in week 1. So, 36 yards on 14 carries, no touchdowns. I'm sure they're going to want to feed him the ball a little more, get him some yards, possibly get him a touchdown. Keenan Allen, he's going to get his. Mike Williams, like I said earlier, he was kind of a no-show in week 1, but I have confidence that he'll be able to bounce back. DeAndre Carter is the one who, both of them, DeAndre Carter and Gerald Everett. I didn't expect them to perform the way they did in week 1. It's not that they didn't go off, they didn't go crazy, but they contributed in a big way, each of them. I can definitely see them getting the same amount of passes, similar yards in this week 2 against the Kansas City Chiefs. But either way, Justin Herbert has plenty of weapons, plenty of options to throw to. So it should make for a good game. Let's go ahead and now take a look at the Kansas City Chiefs, see how they did in week 1 and what they might do in week 2. All right, now the Kansas City Chiefs, similar to the Los Angeles Chargers, started off week 1 with the W against the Arizona Cardinals. His final score of that game was 44-21. Patrick Mahomes ended the game with 316 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, with a 76.9 completion percentage. Travis Kelce had 121 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. Juju had 79 yards. Valdez-Scantling 44 yards, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 34 yards and 2 touchdowns. So as you can see, Patrick Mahomes, he was spreading the ball around. As I read in the offseason, it was going to be a receiver by committee. There wasn't a real true number one receiver here, although we all know the true number one is Kelsey, right? He's right there in the middle, being the number one receiver that he is, being the number one tight end in the league. A lot of people would say, I personally think he is the number one tight end in the league. I know there's a lot of other good ones out there, but Travis Kelsey, he's he just got something on the others. He's just a little special. Juju, Juju did pretty good. He had 79 yards, no touchdowns, but in his first game with Patrick Mahomes, seeing live NFL action together, 79 yards, I don't think that's too bad. No touchdowns, I'm sure. Obviously, he would have liked to get a touchdown. Same with the others, Valdez Scantling. I'm sure would have liked to get a touchdown too. But either way, I think Juju had a solid game. Going into week 2, I could see Patrick Mahomes again having a real good game. Although the Chargers defense is good, I can see the Chargers defense bothering Patrick Mahomes a little here and there, possibly getting in those receivers' faces, not letting them get the open looks, maybe not letting them get the catch after the run. They got a little speed on their side, so it's going to make for a good game. It's going to make for a real good game. This game coming up is a division rival, so they definitely are going to want to win this one. Like I said earlier when I was discussing the Chargers, these games are really going to matter at the end of the year when it comes down to playoff seeding, wild cards, who's going to get what, who's going to be in, who's going to be out. I know they expanded the playoffs, but still, there's still going to be teams fighting to get in there. So these games are going to be crucial. And who's going to win the AFC West? Who is it going to be? Is it going to be the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders? Is it going to be the Broncos? I don't know. This game can possibly determine it at the end. We shall see. But that's the breakdown of each team. Let's go ahead and get to the prediction now and see who I think is going to take this W. All right, man. So as you already know, both of these teams are very good. And I believe, honestly, either of these teams right here could take the W home again. I could easily see the Los Angeles Chargers going into Arrowhead, coming out, playing a hell of a game. They got a good team. They got a good defense. Justin Herbert, man, he's one of the best, if not the best, young quarterback. Patrick Mahomes on the other side, I'm sure, has something to say about that. But he's definitely one of the best, without a doubt. Young quarterbacks coming up in the league, even older quarterbacks. He's just one of the best in the league, period. And to see what he's done in the little time that he's been in there is pretty impressive, man. It's pretty damn impressive. But on the other hand, on the other side, you got Patrick Mahomes, and we all know what he can do. We all know what he's done. He's already won a Super Bowl. He's already MVP, all that. And his team's hella good too. Defense, maybe not on the same par with the Chargers defense, but I feel like they can get things done when they need to. And either way, it's going to be a good game. Whoever wins this game is definitely going to deserve it. They're both going to be fighting for the AFC West championship, or not championship, but for the AFC West. So, like I've been saying, this game's going to mean a lot for each of them. But as far as, again, who I'm going to be picking for this game, I have to go with the home team here. I'm going to have to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, I could easily see the Chargers going in there and winning, taking this game. Because of their defense. Their defense isn't one of the best defenses in the league, at least based off of last year. It's only week 1. They might be one of the best. Who knows? But the Chargers got a really good team. It's just that crowd, that Arrowhead crowd, man. They make a lot of noise. We've seen what happened to Russell Wilson when he went back home and he played the Seattle Seahawks and what that crowd did. So that crowd plays a lot. It plays a lot into what's going on. That home field advantage is a lot. So that's why I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs. Is really because of the home field advantage. The Kansas City Chiefs, I think, are going to get this one. Take the W, or keep the W right there in Kansas City. Have a good game. As always, man, let me know what you think down below. Kansas City Chiefs fan, am I right? Am I wrong? Charger fans, am I wrong? Let me know, man, down below. Drop a comment if you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button. I really appreciate that, man. Follow your boy for more videos like this. Going to be trying to bringing you breakdowns of my predictions for Thursday nights, Sunday nights, and Monday night games all season long, hopefully. So if that's something you like I said, drop a follow. As always, man, have a little fun. We'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace out.